Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greenwood again with another tutorial video. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about evaluating logarithms using mental math to kind of get a basic understanding of how to calculate. So just remember, the answer to a logarithm is an exponent. And in a previous video, we talked about those parts about the base, the exponent, and the answer or argument. So you can go watch that video for some further information. Just remember, the really crucial thing to remember is that when we're doing logarithms, we're doing repeated multiplication, okay? And that will help us evaluate logarithms. So let's go through a couple examples, and I will have you try these on your own. So first one, if you look at these compared to the last video, you'll see that there's a piece missing, and the piece missing is the answer. We don't know what this value is. So we're going to work on how to calculate that. All right, so log base 7 of 49. My base is 7. So this is where that idea of repeated multiplication is really important versus repeated addition. So if we think about the idea, let's do the example 3 to the 4th power. So 3 to the 4th power means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. I switched fingers there. So that's 3 multiplied by itself 4 times. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. Calculator, check me if you're not sure. So 3 to the 4th power, just put that right up here. So 3 to the 4th power, that means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, that's 81. And 3 times 4 means 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is 12. So those are different values. So knowing that repeated multiplication right here is different from repeated addition here is really critical for this understanding. That's one place where people get really stuck with this concept. So basically what I want to think about it here is, what's my base? In this case, my base is 7. So how many times do I have to multiply 7 times itself to get to 49? Well, 7 times 7 equals 49. So now we can figure out our answer by counting the 7. So this is like simple finger math, right? We can kind of figure out where we're going. 7 times 7 is 49. That's 1, 2 7s. So that means my answer to my logarithm, which is the exponent, is 2. Okay. So if we think about writing this in exponential form, if you remember the e from last time, right, there's our lowercase e. That means we're going from log to exponent. We're going to say that 7 to the power of 2 equals 49. Okay, 7 to the power of 2 equals 49. All right, so along with that, we've got this exponential form, same as this log form. We calculate our answer using some mental math, 7 times 7. Let's look at the next one. So log base 2 of 64. So 2 to what power gets me to 64? So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2, times 2 equals 8. So this still isn't enough to get me to 64. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 2, 4 times 8 times 2, 16. And so on. So we can keep multiplying by adding more 2's. Another way you can show this is by using a scientific calculator, and that will help you figure this out. Let me show you real fast what that might look like. I like to use the Desmos scientific calculator, which you'll see that link on the page right here. So 2 times 2 is 4, and you can see my answer over here. And so that's not enough to get to 64. Times 2 again is 8. Still not there. Times 2. We're getting closer. Times 2, 32, times 2, 64. There it is. So now let's just do the finger math and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means 2 to the power of 6 should equal 64. So this is how we write down our condensed repeated multiplication. Okay. Desmos.com/scientific, great scientific calculator to use with this work. So that means we keep going through this process. You can use your calculator to shorten it up for you. but we said that's going to be 6. So 2 to the 6th power equals 64. All right, one last example that looks a little funky because we got a fraction here. And so another problem we could do log base 4 of 16. And so 4 to the 2nd power is 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. But we have a fraction here. So what happens is if we think 4 to the 2nd power is 16, and if we remember learning about exponents, if I want to make this go to the bottom, so 1 over 4 squared is the same thing as 1 over 16. Okay, so then to move this to the top, I have to change the exponent from positive to negative. So I can say that this is 4 to the power of negative 2. Okay, so remember, if we move exponents to the opposite side of the fraction bar, it changes whether they're positive or negative. So if they're positive on the bottom, move to the top, they become negative, or vice versa. If they're positive on the top, move to the bottom, they get negative, and if they're negative, we move them, they become positive. Okay, so this is 4 to the negative 2 power. So anytime you see, drink this out of the way, anytime you see a fraction with a 1 over, just kind of think, I'm going to have a negative exponent here. So this is going to equal negative 2. Okay, so that should get you started on your mental math logarithms. Make sure you check in with me if you have questions, and I hope this helped you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.